Welcome to the first video in our Excel tutorial series, where I'll be guiding you from beginner to pro in mastering Excel. This series will be concise yet detailed, showing you the long way to do it and also the shortcut keys to do the tasks in order to boost your efficiency. Today we'll start with the basics and familiarize ourselves with Excel interface. My name is Babalola Oluwatosin and I'll be walking you through this Excel series. Spreadsheets are electronic documents comprised of rows and columns, serving as a versatile tool for organizing, analyzing, and manipulating data. Microsoft Excel is one of the most widely used spreadsheet software applications developed by Microsoft Corporation. Worksheet is a single spreadsheet within a workbook. It comprises of rows and columns where data is entered and manipulated. A workbook is a file containing one or more worksheets. So I can add more worksheets by clicking the plus icon. I have sheet 2, I have sheet 3. So when you have one or more worksheets, it is called a workbook. Column headers. These are the letters A, B, C at the top of each column in a worksheet. Row headers are the numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on the left side of each row in a worksheet. Cell is the intersection of a row and column in a worksheet, identified by a unique cell reference. So this cell that I'm currently holding is cell A1. So you look for the column header A and the row header 1. So that's cell A1. And this one right here is cell E6. Alright, so when you up on a cell, you're going to check the column header and the row header where the cell is. Range is a group of adjacent cells in a worksheet, identified by the cell references of the upper left and the lower right cells. So this range right here is B1 to C5. Now let's have another range. And what do you think this range is? Now let's talk about formulas. A formula is an expression used to perform calculation in Excel. It always starts with an equals to sign, followed by mathematical operators, cell references, and function. Now let's multiply two numbers, 2 and 4. We'll start with an equals to sign, type the first number, which is 2, asterisk, which means multiplied by, and add the second number, 4. When I press enter, it's going to give me the results for the multiplication. But let's try to have 2 times 4 without the equals to sign. It's not going to take it as a formula. Alright, so whenever you're writing a formula, you need to add an equals to sign at the beginning of it. Functions. Functions are predefined formulas that performs a specific calculation. We have lots of functions. We have sum, average, if. In this case, we'll be adding 2 numbers using the sum function. Remember, a function also needs to start with an equals to sign. So we'll do equals to sum. I want to add 2 plus 5. So I'll say 2, 5. And it will give me my result, which is 7. We can add more than 2 numbers as well. We can add 3, 4. We can select a range and add it together. Later in this course, you're going to see how we can cell reference when we want to use our functions or formulas. Basic Excel interface. In Excel, the ribbon is where you find most of the commands you use. Each tab has a different set of tools organized into groups. We have the home, we have the file, we have page layout, and so on. The Home tab is where you can format cells, adjust alignment, and do much more. Page layout, where you can remove the grid lines and do a lot of things. The short key to get to the Home tab and the page layout, when you press Alt-H, is going to open the Home tab to you. And when you press Alt-P, it's going to open the page layout. Formula bar show where formulas appears when entered. So we can select a cell, type in our formula directly into the cell. And you can use the other approach. You can just keep the cell selected and then go to the formula bar and type in the formula. It's still going to appear in the cell, and when you click enter, you're still going to get the result there. Status bar gives us a quick view of data summaries. So let's say I have these three numbers. If I select the range, I'm going to see the sum, count, and average of these three numbers in the status bar. Creating and saving workbook. When starting a new project, saving your file is important to avoid losing any work. So how do you save your work? Click on File, then Save As to give your workbook a name, and choose the location on your computer. So you see a part where you have Save Type As. So that is where we have different type of files. Your files can be in any format. It can be in CSV, it can be in Excel, XLSX. So if you want to change the file type, this is the part where you change it. And then it's preferable you put it at Excel workbook, that's XLSX. And then you can give your file a name in this section. After naming your file, you click on Save, and your file is now saved. You can continue working in it. So when you close it, it's going to ask you to just press Save. All right, so you can do that. You can press Ctrl S to save, and you can press Ctrl N to open a new workbook entirely. Basic cell navigation. Excel lets you easily navigate and select cell. If you want to move right, you press the right arrow key. If you want to move left, you press the left down arrow key. If you want to jump to the end of a range, you hold Ctrl down the right arrow key to jump to the end of the right side. Hold Ctrl down arrow key to jump to the end of the row. So this is how you can just keep, while holding Ctrl down, you can move left, right, up, down, anyhow. You can just explore it. So if you want to select multiple cell, more like a range, you hold Shift down and then you go right if you want to have the range to your right, and if you want to have it to your left or down, you hold down arrow key. One of Excel's powerful feature is autofill. You can select the cell and drag the fill handle. So if you want to put in data into multiple cells, you highlight the range where you want the same data to be in, and then you type in the data in the cell, and instead of pressing enter when you are done typing, you press Ctrl Enter. So it will it will autofill it in the other cells where you have the range. Okay. So another shortcut you can use is, if you want to autofill it downward, you're going to press Ctrl D, and if you want to autofill it to the right, then you press Ctrl R. Formatting is essential to make your data easier to read. Let's try to make header bold. This header bold, change the background color and do some things. Okay. So we're going to be using shortcuts, right? So if you want to make it bold, you can go to the Home tab and then click on Bold, B. And you can also just press Ctrl B to do that. If you want to add background color to the cell, you can go to your Home tab as well, and you see this fill color. You click on it and then you can pick any color you want as your background color. Oh no, white will not work, so let's pick a blue color. Okay, so you see we've added color to the background. If you want to add a text color, you want to change the text color, you click on that that would change the text color. All right, we have shortcuts if you want to add border to your cell, you press Alt HB. It's going to hard border to your cell. And the shortcut for you to open your format cell dialog is Ctrl+1. And you can check the alignment, the font. You can make any changes you want to make to your cell in this format cell box. Let's just change the font to 14. I will press OK. Can you see it's bigger? Let me expand the cell. And that is how you can do your formatting and the shortcut. Today we got comfortable with Excel's layout and learned some basics of data entry and formatting. In the next video, we'll walk through basic formulas, formatting, and lots more. So if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you subscribe, like, and drop a comment on any question you have or the next video you want to see me make. Bye.